Peace and love. Oh, peace and love. It's a beautiful day. Peace and love. It's a beautiful, wonderful, amazing, magnificent, fantastic day. Hi. Hi. Ah, yes. The Spiritual Awakening Story. Okay. So, I'm going to go back about 10 years. My husband and I were working in a metaphysical establishment, bookstore, / healing center, learning center. It was wonderful, actually. And we were taking a Karuna Ki course, which, if you know anything about Karuna Ki, you know that it is a healing modality. So upon finishing, well, we were just ending up the course, and the facilitator was putting us through a meditation for us to find our spirit guides. So, we enter onto the ship, and, I'm greeted by Kuan Yin, of course. Karuna Ki, Kuan Yin go hand in hand. And then I get off the ship, and I see all of these light beings. I mean, there were so many of them. Unidentifiable, but you could tell that they were beings. It was like, if you've ever seen Charmed and you've seen the elders, that's sort of the energy that it was, up there. White coats and white robes, even though you could not distinguish faces, but there were so many of them. And out of them, two came forth. 2 men, 2 male energies. One on my left and one on my right. The one on my left said to me, "I am Jesus as you see me every day." That was one that had dark brown hair, long. You've seen those pictures of Jesus with the dark hair. Okay, so just imagine that picture, that person, that being, that over here. On my right, there was a tall, fair-skinned brother with long locks and a daishiki. I've seen him before. I'm going to tell you about him. And he's on my right. And he says to me, "And I am Jesus as you know me." I was floored. And I'm going to tell you why I was floored. I come from a generation that says, question authority. Question them nicely, but question them anyway. So, Jesus and I were never, we weren't close. I didn't consider him to be my homeboy, my savior, my Lord. I didn't even believe he existed. I mean, come on, for real? I mean, anytime you have so many different descriptions of one person, and people argue over whether he's black or white or what, it was like, y'all need to stop. So, and then, when I had gone to church a couple of times, and I'm feeling this energy of people praising the Lord, and they're evil, and evil. Anyway, so I wasn't a Jesus person, okay? I really wasn't. So when I told them, when we were told to say who our spirit guides were, and I said, well, Jesus showed up on my left and my right. And everyone there, including my husband, looked at me. They gave me a look like, for real? We were all amazed and absolutely shocked because of how I felt about the energy of Jesus. Now, I was given a statue of Jesus in a lotus position, but I still wasn't feeling it like that. I wasn't feeling him like that. It was like, okay, I'm still trying to figure out, you showed up. Well, okay. But me? The brother with the locks. There was a dream that I had, maybe about 15, no, longer, 20-something years ago. And in this dream, in that dream, I was in like a, I'd say a hotel, at like an apartment kind of hotel, and there were two doors. One door where you actually came into the room, and then there were these sliding doors. The sliding doors were locked. They were locked, so I couldn't open those. I heard conversation in the hallway, which was on the other side of the sliding door, and I wanted to go and see who was talking. So I went out through the front door, and I had to go around, okay, in order to get to the side where the sliding doors were locked. And there was a woman standing in the doorway of an apartment. She was kind of short, had a short fro, very dark skin, and she was dressed in white. And she had colorful mobiles hanging from her ceiling over her head. And she invited me to come in. I felt safe, I felt welcome, and I went in. When I entered that apartment, there, off to the left, was this tall brother. And he said to me, "It is time for you to make Ocha." Now, if you are familiar with the religion of Ifa, which comes out of Nigeria, the Yoruba tribe, then you're familiar with making Ocha. And some of my friends have made Ocha and become priests and priestesses in the religion of Ifa. I was told that no one on this plane of existence could ever or should ever initiate me. I cannot be initiated by anyone on this plane. This is what my spirit told me many years ago. So when the brother told me it was time for me to make Ocha, you know, I gave him a look like, for real? But I accepted it in the dream. There were two Latin children in the room, and Latin children, Spanish influence is very strong in my dreams, my spiritual dreams. There's always someone of the Latin persuasion in my strong, powerful spiritual dream. So anyway, the little boy was about 9 years old, and he carried the ceremonial bowl. And the little girl was about 7. And she was quiet, she just stood by, and the little boy didn't even say anything. The only one that spoke was this tall brother. So the brother told me to go and lay down on the couch. Now, I lay down on the couch, and the little boy came over to me, and he took the ceremonial blade, and he made 3 cuts on each side of my face, on my cheeks. And after he did that, I asked the priest, who sits on my head? Because, you know, receiving Ocha, making Ocha means that your angel, your guardian comes into you and sits on your head, and there's certain dances and chants and songs and drumming and whatnot that helps to bring this energy up and out. So when I say up and out, I don't mean out of the body to disappear. I'm talking about up and out to show I am here. Okay. And so I asked the brother, I said, so who sits on my head? And he said electromagnetism. And I was like, now I know of the 7 African powers, the 7 main Orisha, and a few others. I'd never heard of electromagnetism. So I said, okay. I woke up and I felt my cheeks. That was the first thing I did, because I was like, and I went to the mirror and I looked in the mirror, and no, there were no cuts there. There were no marks, no tribal markings, but that was so real. I could feel. This is not the first time that I've had dreams of being initiated like that. So anyway, when I saw that brother to my right, and then I saw the regular picture that you see of Jesus to my left, I was like, wow, that's deep. Now fast forward to now, to present day. For the past, I'd say, we've been up here 7 years, so I'd say probably for the past 5 years, 4 or 5 years, I've been studying Reverend Ike and Neville Goddard. And I've gotten a deeper understanding of this energy of Jesus, the Christ, and what that energy means in here. It's like, no, I'm not outside of you. I am with you always. So, knowing that from the perspective and the teachings and the wisdom of Neville Goddard and Reverend Ike has really empowered me. And it's made me stronger in my spiritual convictions. I've always been strong in my convictions, but it's made me even stronger. Okay? Yes, right now, because of the studies that I've had and understanding that Lord actually means law, I can say Jesus is Lord. Okay? I could actually say that Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Okay? But not in the sense that your traditional Christian people would say, because it's not outside of me. That is my spiritual awakening. I know it's all in here. Everything. I am one. You are one. We are one with divinity. We are one with God. We are one with Jesus the Christ. We are one with Buddha. We are one with Krishna. We are one with all. And when you have that inside of you, that conviction of knowing that I am one with all that is, honey, you cannot be swayed. Now, there are the others who are not swayed. They claim Jesus as their Lord and Savior. They stay strong in that, and they're not swayed from the good news. Okay? But you have others who are. But I'm not into their spiritual story. I'm into mine. Okay? I've had these amazing revelations, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like this. I can feel this. I know that there is no separation. I know that I am strong. I know I'm strong in my spirit. And I know that all of those different religions, ways of life, the different energies that are in the Bible, that are the personalities and whatnot, it's all me. It's all me. Just like it's all you. Each one of those people, each one of those personalities in the book is you. Just like it's me. And that's different. When you really start to go back into those old texts and you look into the concordance and you start to see a difference in the words, you feel strong. So yeah, I know I was born for these times. when I think I might have been 9 or 11, I told my mother, and don't think I'm crazy, because you know how you all be. Yeah, right. But I told my mother, I was probably 9 on this one and 11 on another one. I said, Mommy, I was not put on this planet for one man. No, wait a minute, that's the 11-year-old. The 9-year-old said, I'm not from this planet. I came from Venus, and I am here, and I came to show people how to love because they don't know how to love. That was between 9 and 11, but I think I was actually 9 when I said that one. Okay, check that out now. I told my mother, now I was not aware of the planet Venus. Not to my knowledge. Especially in the sense of saying that I am from the planet Venus and I have come to this planet to show people how to love because they don't know how to love. And then later on, getting into astrology and whatnot, then I found out that Venus is the planet of love, and then I'm born on a Friday, which is Venus energy. So I'm like, okay. Then, when I was about 11, I told my mother that I was not put on this planet for one man. It had nothing to do with romance. I knew that. And I said that to my husband the other day. I said, you know, I remember saying that to my mom. And I said, I'm kind of feeling now what that means more so than ever before. You get these revelations and these spiritual awakenings in your life. You may not know that it's a spiritual awakening, but just trust that when you feel something really deep inside and you're on fire with it, that's a spiritual awakening. You know, like spiritual fire. And I'm on spiritual fire. I think I got enough spiritual fire in me for at least 10 people, if not more. Okay? So, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. There were others. There were others like the white whale floating in the night sky. That was a good one too. Or the one where I was initiated into 2 other African traditional religions. Yeah. Spiritual awakening. Very powerful thing to know that my spirit guides are Jesus, Kuan Yin, and then some. But just those 2, the left, the right, the white, the black. I got it going on, right? And because I got it going on, you got it going on. Because we're one. Remember that. So, I hope you liked my story of my spiritual awakening. Because I liked it. I love my life. Gosh, I love my life. And I'm hot now, and I'm going to turn on the fan. You know, I don't like a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, my God. You know, it's like, please don't. Oh, it's the heat of the day. And you know how I look at the heat of the day? I look at the heat of the day when I'm sweating, when I'm oozing liquids from my pores. Is that what is happening for me is that I am in a sweat lodge. And all toxins are being removed from my body. And I give thanks. So, let me cover this up. A fly was trying to go in there. No cross breeze. So anyway, y'all have a great day. And keep your eyes open. Keep your heart light as a feather. And stand strong in the conviction that you and Jesus and all the other spiritual leaders in the world are one. I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. Peace and love.